Good day and welcome to my little home studio. It's taken me a few days to get set up. It's taken me even more time to overcome the lack of wanting to put myself on camera, but here we are. We're all finding ourselves in a difficult time, having to put ourselves out of our comfort zones. So here I am doing that to share the practice with you. And I know the last few days have probably been really difficult for everyone. So I think knowing that we're all in the same boat and that we can be of some help to one another is what really gives me joy about bringing you this practice today. So today we're going to practice or focus on a gentle Hatha flow, just to sort of get the body moving again. I don't know about you, but I know I've spent a lot of time sitting, not moving as much as I usually do, and it's left my body feeling quite stiff. So we're going to focus on some gentle stretching today, and I welcome you to grab a mat if you don't have a yoga mat or any form of exercise mat. You can use a towel on the floor. If you happen to have yoga blocks, you can grab hold of them. If not, you can just take a thick book about this size. We may or may not need it today, but a yoga strap as well would be quite handy. So you can either use a belt or a scarf as a substitute for one of these. So allowing yourself now to come into easy seat, or Sukhasana is its Sanskrit name. You can raise up the hips on a block, so allowing the knees to drop down. Bring the hands onto the tops of the knees, palms facing upward. And allow yourself now to close the eyes. Gently connecting to the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Allowing yourself to become fully aware of the breath. As we begin to notice, deeply inhaling through the nose, the air as it moves through the nostrils, down through the throat, and into the lungs, expanding the chest. And as you exhale, the air moving out of the lungs, up through the throat, and out of the nostrils. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. Allowing the shoulders to drift away from the ears. As you rise up from the base of the spine, gently tucking the chin in towards the chest. As you sit here, inhaling and exhaling, allow yourself to become centered. Allow yourself to be grounded, rooted in this present moment. Allow all thoughts that you carried with you or that are floating around in your mind to drift into the background, becoming ever present, ever connected. Feeling where the bones touch your mat, allowing them to feel heavy as they sink just that little deeper. Feeling more connected and centered, keeping the eyes closed. Allow the palms of the hands to join in prayer. Bringing the hands into the chest, connecting the thumbs onto the chest bone or breastbone. Allowing yourself to connect inward. Taking another deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, bow the head down and allow the nose to point down towards the fingertips. Taking another couple of breaths here as you raise up from the base of the spine. On the next exhale, gently lower the hands back down. And gently flutter the eyes open, coming back to the room. Having grounded and centered yourself, we'll now move into a warm-up routine. So you can come off your block and you can bring your legs forward, toes pointing out in front of you. You can have your hands either on your lap or out beside you. Sitting up nice and tall, let's begin to isolate just the toes. So inhaling and exhaling as we begin to crunch the toes and flex them towards the eyes. Inhale and exhale. Crunching the toes and then flexing them towards the eyes. On the next inhale, let's point the toes right down towards the ground, and as you exhale, toes up to ceiling. Inhale, point toes down to the ground. Exhale, toes to ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. So all the while breathing in and out through the nose. Let's take a last one. Inhale, point all the way down. Exhale, toes to ceiling. Let's begin to roll the feet. So ankle lubrication. So big giant circles, drawing circles with the toes on an invisible wall in front of you. Inhaling and exhaling as you move through the stretch. Coming back to neutral. Raising the right leg up. Right foot into the left thigh, grabbing hold of the back of the right thigh, interlacing the fingers, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale to send the toes forward. Exhale, draw the foot back. Inhale, toes forward. Exhale, draw the foot back. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take a last one. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale to raise up the leg, creating a flat tabletop with the shin. Begin to draw a giant circle. And once more on a blank canvas in front of you, taking some lubrication of the knee joint here. So giant circles, inhaling and exhaling all the while, focusing on breathing through the nose. And then you can reverse the circle and go in the opposite direction. One more giant circle. Drawing the foot down onto the mat. Let's raise up once more. Grab hold of the foot, drawing it up onto the thigh, wherever you can get to. We inhale to draw the knee up towards the body, and exhale to drop the knee down towards the ground. Inhale, draw up, and exhale, press down. Let's take another two. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Drawing the foot into the elbow, the inner part of the elbow, interlacing the hands, begin to rock from side to side. If you're unable to get here, anywhere where you're just raising up the leg and rocking from side to side, opening up into the hip joint. So a couple more breaths here as you rock from side to side. Inhale to draw the foot in towards the chest, taking another couple of deep breaths. Last big inhale. And as you exhale, pop the foot over. Draw the knee into the chest, sit up nice and tall. Take the left hand and hold onto the knee. Take the right hand behind you, coming into a twist, so sweeping the hand behind the body, gazing over the shoulder. Couple of deep breaths here. Front foot is flatly placed and rooted into the ground. Last big inhale. And as you exhale, gently fold out, sending the legs forward, giving them a shake, moving them from side to side. Let's go into the left side, drawing the left foot into the right thigh, interlacing the fingers behind the thigh. Inhale to send the toes forward. Exhale to draw the knee up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And exhale. Inhale, raise the leg up. Once more, creating a flat tabletop with the shin. Begin to draw giant circles with the toe, that blank canvas in front of you, all the while reaching up and sitting tall. Don't forget the breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Let's keep going. We reverse the circle, moving in the opposite direction. One more circle, replacing the foot onto the mat. Gently draw foot up onto the thigh. And once you're there, we begin. Inhale, drawing knee into chest. Exhale, press knee down. Inhale, draw knee into chest. Exhale, press down. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And then gently cradling the baby. So grabbing hold of the foot, interlacing fingers, rocking from side to side. Once again, if the hips are very tight, just raising the leg up and moving it from side to side. We're working into the hip joint here, taking a stretch. And roll around on the glute here, getting organic with your movement. On the next inhale, draw the foot in towards the chest. Take a couple of deep breaths. Last big inhale. And as you exhale, let's pop foot over. Foot is nice and flat and pressed down into the ground. Hug the knee into the chest. Draw the left arm behind you. Sitting up nice and tall, gaze over the shoulder, coming into your twist. Couple of breaths. Breathing into the belly here, massaging the internal organs. Deep breaths. Lovely, another couple of breaths. Really expanding through the chest here. Last big inhale. And exhale, gently roll out. Send the legs forward, give them a shake. Moving the feet from side to side. Coming back into easy seat. So crossing the legs over. Let's raise up the arms. We're creating some fists here, beginning to flick the fingers. So sending energy right through the wall in front of you, getting rid of any negativity here. Closing the fingers into fists as we begin to roll the wrists going in one direction. So really good stretch to do, as I'm sure a lot of you have spent a lot of time behind devices or behind a PC, just stretching out the wrists here. Take a moment to see if you're able to roll the wrists at exactly the same time. And then rolling the wrists inward. And then gently rolling them back out. And then drawing fingers up towards the ceiling, sending the heel of the hand forward. Sit up nice and tall, take a deep inhale here. So really pressing heels of the hand forward as you draw the fingers back towards the shoulders. Taking a deep inhale. And as you exhale, drop the fingers down towards the ground. Inhale, raise fingers to ceiling. Exhale, drop fingers down towards the floor. Inhale. Really reach the arms forward. Exhale. Let's take another 2. Inhale, raise fingers to ceiling. Exhale, lower fingers to floor. Last one. Exhale, fingers to floor. Arms are starting to get a bit heavy. Let's draw the palms up. Reaching out and receiving. Lowering the shoulders. Sitting up nice and tall. Taking a couple of deep breaths here. As you exhale, allow the arms to reach out to the walls beside you. Take a deep breath. Exhale, fingers to shoulders. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, fingers to shoulders. Inhale, reach out to the 2 walls beside you. Exhale, fingers to shoulders. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. And exhale, fingers to shoulders. Draw the elbows forward to touch. Let's take some giant circles now, warming up through the shoulders. Big giant circles, moving forward. Each time you come forward, allow the elbows to touch if they can. Drawing a big giant circle with the bottom of the elbows. And then reversing your circle and drawing the elbows backwards this time. Couple of deep breaths here. Last big giant circle, allowing the elbows to touch. Inhale to draw the arms out beside you, really reaching out to the 2 corners of the room once more. And as you exhale, right arm over left, we're overlapping elbows here and then twisting the arms around one another. If you're not able to do that, just place elbow upon elbow, draw the backs of the hands together or wherever you can reach to. Once you're there, raise up elbows, drop the forehead and take a few deep breaths here. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. Breathing into the space between the shoulder blades, allowing any tension or stress to melt away here. Last big inhale. And as you exhale, spread the arms out once more, reaching to the 2 sides of the room. Big breath. And as you exhale, left arm over right, joining, crossing elbows, joining palms or backs of hands wherever you can get to, raising up the elbows, taking a few deep breaths here, dropping forehead onto the forearms or the upper arms, a couple of breaths. Last big inhale. And as As you exhale, drop the arms down, give the arms a shake. Feeling considerable amount of tension having built up into the neck. Bring the hands onto the knees, palms facing down, hold on to the knees, and let's begin to stretch out the neck, dropping the chin to the chest. Allow the chin to pin down towards the chest for a moment as you rise up from the base of the spine. Inhale, gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower the chin to the chest. Inhale, chin to ceiling. Exhale, drop chin down to the chest. Inhale, chin to ceiling. Exhale, chin back down to the chest. Last one. Inhale, chin up to the ceiling. Exhale, drop the chin back down to the chest. Keep the chin pinned. On the inhale, we roll halfway through to one side. And as you exhale, keeping the chin pinned as it sweeps over the chest to gaze over the other shoulder. Inhale one way. And exhale the other. Inhaling one way. And exhaling the other. Last one. Inhale one way. And as you exhale this time, create a giant circle. So rolling all the way through. Giant circle. We're doing 2 giant circles going in one direction. And then you can reverse and go in the opposite direction. Slow and mindful movements, gauging what's going on through the neck. Once you've completed your second circle on the other side, allow the chin to remain pinned to the chest as you begin to raise up through the spine. Interlace the fingers and draw them to the back of the head or just above the bottom of the top of the neck. Allow the elbows to drift down here as you allow the weight of gravity to draw you down. We're not pulling the neck, we're allowing gravity to draw us down as we raise up, taking some deep breaths here. So once again, not pulling, just allowing the weight of the elbows to draw you down. Last couple of big breaths here. And then when you're ready, gently lowering the hands down and raising up the head. Inhale, raise your arms up, reaching the palms towards one another, growing tall, gazing up towards the hands. Take a big breath, and as you exhale, sigh it out and drop the hands. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sigh it out, drop hands. Inhale. Exhale, sigh. Last one, inhale, draw the arms up. Exhale, drop the hands. Inhale, draw the arms up. And as you exhale, reach over to one side, gazing towards the hand. Couple of deep breaths here. Allow yourself to reach over as you expand through the chest. Big breaths. Another couple of big breaths. Gaze underneath the armpit. One more big inhale. And as you exhale and reach the arms up, take another deep breath. And then draw the hands over to the other side, taking a lovely stretch. Gaze underneath the armpits. Reach the hand over to the other side of the room. Another couple of breaths, breathing into the rib cage, creating space. Last big inhale. And as you exhale, reach the hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, draw the hands into prayer. So inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, sweep the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, draw the elbows together, open up through the shoulders, gaze up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, begin to fold forward, drawing the arms up, lowering the forehead down towards the ground. Or if you're not able to get there, just stretch forward through the chest, gazing down towards the ground. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, fold forward. Last one, inhale, raise up. And exhale, release through the shoulders. Taking a couple of organic shoulder circles. Moving backwards and then moving the shoulders forward. Coming into neutral. So let's come into tabletop. Drawing the knees to be stacked underneath the hips and the wrists to be stacked underneath the shoulders. Taking a few moments here. Gazing in between the hands. Let's take a few cat-cow. So cat-cow, inhale to drop the belly, to gaze forward. And as you exhale, drawing the spine up towards the ceiling, gazing towards the navel. Inhale, drop belly, gaze forward. Exhale, gaze to navel, draw spine up to ceiling. Inhale, drop belly, gaze forward. Exhale, spine to ceiling, gaze to navel. Let's take a couple more. Inhale, drop belly, gaze forward. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, drop belly, gaze forward. This is the last one. Exhale, coming to neutral. Let's take the hands a half step forward. We're going to roll now from child's pose into downward facing dog. Sorry, child's pose into cobra. So gently drawing the hips back towards the heels and then rolling forward, gazing forward, dropping thighs down towards the mat. Each time you're going a little bit further. So going a bit deeper into the posture, allowing the thighs as you inhale to drop towards the mat. Exhale, roll the hips back down towards the heels. Inhale, roll forward. And exhale, draw back, drop forehead to mat. Inhale, so being gentle here, just warming up through the spine. Finding yourself in child's pose, we're going to take a wide-legged child's pose. So toes are touching, knees are coming out to the edge of the mat. Walk the hands forward as you allow the forehead to drop down towards the mat. Allow yourself a moment to rest here. A few deep breaths. Really working on the breathing here, expanding through the chest. So we have a three-dimensional chest cavity where we can breathe up and down, forward and back. So really expanding into that cavity. Another few big breaths here. Last deep inhale. And as you exhale, press the palms into the mat. Raise yourself up. Draw the knees together. We're tucking the toes and we're raising ourselves up into downward facing dog. Step the feet forward. Feet are hip-width apart. Fingers are nice and wide spread. Draw back the heels, reach up with the base of the spine or the buttocks, pull up through the knees. Allow the head to nod yes and no here as you begin to paddle the heels one at a time. So dropping one heel and then the other, taking a stretch through the calves. Couple more breaths. Gaze between the hands as you gently raise up onto the toes and fingers and begin to walk the feet in towards the toes. Gently, one at a time, coming into standing. So we're staying here in a forward fold. We're hanging ragdoll. Allow the head to nod yes and no. Kneecaps are not locked here. Slight micro bend through the knees. Allow the hands to drift down towards the mat. Bring the hands onto the elbows. Allow yourself to rock from side to side, moving the torso forward and back. Nod the head. Take a few deep sighs here, shifting energy through the body. As you exhale, allow the hands to drift back down towards the mat. Bringing the hands onto the shins, gaze forward, flatten the back. Exhale, allow yourself to fold forward once more. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, flat back. Exhale, fold down. Last one, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold down. Bring the hands to the back of the ankles and allow the forehead to drop down or the crown of the head. Gaze towards the kneecaps. Couple of breaths. Last big inhale. As you exhale, gently draw the hands up into the waist and begin to roll out one vertebra at a time, coming into standing. My favorite part of teaching a class is when I get to see people's faces as they come into standing. So let's take a couple of inhales, raising the arms up. Exhale, drop the hands into prayer. Inhale, raise the arms up. And as you exhale, feet are hip width apart, we're going to drop down and brush the floor with our hands. Inhale, raise arms up. Exhale, brush the floor. Inhale, raise arms up. Exhale, brush hands. Last one, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. So let's come to the front of the mat. We're going to take a couple of lunge stretches. So taking the right foot behind you and heel is raised. We're going to inhale, dropping into the front knee, making sure that the knee doesn't pass the toes. Inhale, raise up the arms, reaching up towards the ceiling. Couple of breaths. And as you exhale, bring the hands into prayer, bringing them into heart center. We're going to lean forward and hinge over, taking prayer, twist in our lunge, gazing up towards the elbow, a couple of breaths. And as you exhale, drop the hands down towards the ground, drop the knee. Inhale, reach the arms up. So as you reach up, draw up forward, stretching into the hip flexor. Couple of breaths here. Exhale, lower the hands down to the ground, raise up off the back knee, planting the right hand into the mat. Raise up the left hand and gaze up towards the hand. Couple of breaths here. We begin to draw a giant circle with the hand. Eyes following the fingers, inhaling as you move up and exhaling as you move around. Let's do one more. Raise the hand all the way back up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, place the hand back down onto the mat. Step the feet back into plank. Take a couple of breaths here. So step the feet hip width apart. Have the wrists stacked underneath the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back. Couple of breaths, engaging through the core. Dropping the knees, rolling back into child's pose. Drop the forehead down onto the mat. Stretch the arms out in front of you. Couple of breaths. Inhale, gaze forward. Press the palms into the mat. Tuck the toes and raise yourself back into downward dog. So once more, paddling heels. Reaching back, pressing all four corners of the hands into the mat. Inhale to gaze forward as we begin to walk, feet towards hands, raise up onto the fingertips, one step at a time. Coming back into dangling. Allow the hands to float back down. Nod the head yes and no once more. Bring the hands onto the elbows. Allow yourself to rock from side to side. Sigh it out here. Let go of any tension. As you exhale, allow the hands to drift back down towards the ground. Wrap the hands around the back of the ankles and allow the crown to drop down towards the mat. Gaze towards the knees, couple of breaths. Bringing the hands onto the shins, inhale, gaze forward, flat back. Exhale, allow yourself to fold down. Inhale, gaze forward, flat back. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold back down. Gently draw the hands up into the waist as we begin to roll out one vertebra at a time. Slowly and gently coming back into standing. Lovely. Let's step the left foot back now. So stepping left foot back. Inhale, we're going to lunge forward. So dropping forward into that front foot. Pressing the sole of the foot right down into the mat. Inhale, raise the arms up. Reach up towards the ceiling. Couple of breaths. One more deep inhale, and as you exhale, bring hands into prayer. We're gently going to twist over to the right side, hinging the elbow over the knee and gazing up towards the right elbow, twisting and dropping into the lunge. Couple of breaths. And as you exhale, lower both hands down onto the mat. Bring the left hand and plant it down next to the right foot. Inhale to raise up the right hand, gazing up towards the hand. Couple of breaths. We're going to begin to draw a giant circle, so following the hand with the eyes. Inhaling as we come up. And exhaling as we draw over one more circle. Gazing up towards the hand for one more deep breath. And as you exhale, place both hands onto the mat. Gently lower the back knee. Inhale to draw the arms up, reaching up into crescent lunge. Couple of breaths here. As you exhale, drop the hands back down to the mat, plant them into the ground, step the foot back, coming in to plank. So once more, adjusting the hands, Wrists are underneath the shoulders, drawing up the navel towards the spine. Couple of deep breaths here. And as you exhale, drop the knees down to the mat. Press yourself back into child's. Dropping the forehead down onto the mat, arms are reached forward. Couple of deep breaths here. Last big inhalation. And as you exhale, gently walk the hands back. Bring the hands into prayer. Sit up nice and tall. Lengthen out through the spine. Take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, gently hinge the elbow over, taking a twist, gazing up towards the left elbow. We're twisting to the right. Deep inhale. And exhale, draw yourself back up. Sit up nice and tall. Take a breath. And let's go over to the other side, hinging the elbow, gazing up towards the right elbow. Couple of breaths. And as you exhale, growing tall. Gently lower the hands down. Let's come onto the back, taking our last few stretches. So, rolling over onto the back, sending the toes down to the bottom of the mat, sending the hands up overhead, taking a deep stretch. Feeling as though the toes and the feet are being pulled away from one another. Deep stretch here. As you exhale, hug the knees into the chest and gently begin to rock from side to side. So gentle rocking. So massaging out the lower spine. Gently lower the feet down onto the mat, bringing the right ankle onto the left knee. We're going to do reclined figure of four. So threading the hand through the little space, interlacing the fingers on top of the shin or the back of the calf, the thigh, wherever you can get to. So interlacing and then lowering the head down onto the mat, drawing the knee in towards the chest. Just make sure that you gently tuck the chin so that you're not straining into the neck. And take a few deep breaths here. Flex both of the feet. Let's breathe. Really feel into the stretch. Last big inhale. And as you exhale, gently lower the foot back down onto the mat. Let's walk the feet to the edges of the mat before we go into the other side. Just keep the hands on the belly here as you gently roll over from one side to the other. So keeping the feet pinned onto the edges of the mat, allow the knees to drop over to the other side. Inhale, draw the knees up. Exhale, allow them to draw over. Inhale, allow them to come up. Exhale, allow them to draw over. Inhale, knees up. So walking the feet back towards the buttocks, let's take the left ankle, placing it on the right knee. Inhale to raise up the head. Thread the hands through, interlace the fingers, grab hold of the shin, and gently draw the knee in towards the chest. So deep breaths here. Flexing both of the feet once more, tucking the chin in towards the chest. A couple of deep breaths. Last couple of big breaths. And breathing into any tension that you may be feeling in the hip. And as you exhale, lower the feet down. Stretch them out to the bottom of the mat. Draw the hands up overhead. Take a deep stretch once more. Exhale, hug knees into chest. Keeping the knees hugged into the chest, draw the arms out beside you, palms facing down, and then gently allow the knees to draw over to one side. So you can have the knees up high, or you can draw them down here, wherever works for you. You're taking a gentle twist, gazing towards the opposite hand, working on keeping both shoulders pinned into the ground here. Last big inhale. And as you exhale, draw the knees back up into the chest. You can hug them, take a little rock from side to side. And then when you're ready, we're dropping knees over to the other side, allowing them to drop down. Gazing towards opposite hand, a couple of breaths. Last big inhale. And as you exhale, draw the knees back up. Hug them into the chest. This time wrap the arms around the legs. Draw the forehead up in towards the knees. Give yourself a big hug. Sighing it out one more time. And as you exhale, drop down into Shavasana, bringing the feet to the edges of the mat. Hands out beside you, palms facing upward. Allow yourself this time now in corpse pose to let go and relax. Allowing the body to soak up the practice. Deeply inhale and exhale through the nose. Beginning with the toes, the soles of the feet and the ankles. Scan for tension, letting go and relaxing. Moving up through the calves and the shins, into the knees. Let go and relax. Moving up along the thighs, into the hips, buttocks, pelvis. Completely relaxed as you let go. Moving your awareness to the tips of the fingers, palms and wrists, allowing them to drift into the ground as they get heavy. Let go and relax. Moving through the forearms, elbows, upper arms, and into the shoulders. Allowing arms to be completely heavy, having completely let go and relax. Softening through the belly, Softening into the chest. Allowing the shoulder blades to melt down into your mat. Softening the muscles of the mouth and the eyes. Unclenching the jaw. Bringing awareness to the area between the eyebrows as you allow it to soften and open. Moving up to the crown and finally the back of your head where it's resting on your mat. As you completely let go and relax. Taking a last scan through your body. Letting go, relaxing. Allowing your body to feel heavy as you bring the awareness back to the breath, deeply inhaling and exhaling, expanding into the chest cavity. Beginning to wriggle the toes, some movement back into the feet. Gently taking the tip of the thumb and beginning to draw it across the tips of your fingers. Allowing the head to roll over from one side and to the other. Drawing the arms up overhead for a last deep stretch. And then rolling onto either your right or your left side for a last moment here. I'd like to end my class off with a reading. When your world moves too fast and you lose yourself in the chaos, introduce yourself to each color of the sunset. Reacquaint yourself with the earth beneath your feet. Thank the air that surrounds you with every breath you take. Find yourself in the appreciation of life. Thank you for joining me on this very first experience of going online, putting myself out there. So I hope that you show up and turn up for yourself and put yourself out there, bringing the palms together once more to touch, resting the hands into heart center. Taking a deep inhale through the nose, gently bowing the nose back down towards the fingers, exhaling. Namaste.